Hello everyone, it's Enigma here, and today I am here to talk about a recent announcement that probably wasn't surprising at all, and I think a lot of people were expecting this, including myself, and it was really only a matter of time before this was announced, and that is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. It's a port of Pikmin 3 from the Wii U, and you know, I will say it has left a mixed reaction. A lot of people were hoping for Pikmin 4, including myself, but Nintendo decided to port over Pikmin 3. Now, I will be honest, I have not played a Pikmin game. I've tried Pikmin 1 on the Wii, and I've tried out the demo of Pikmin 3 on the Wii U, but I've never actually really enjoyed playing through a Pikmin game. But it's always been a game franchise I've always wanted to get into. I think this is the type of game franchise for me. And, you know, I would just really love to just sit down and try this game out because these games look really fun. I've seen a lot of gameplay videos. I've watched a lot of Let's Players play the first 3 games. And I think this would be a game for me. So when they announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe coming to the Switch, I knew that this was my time to finally sit down and enjoy playing it. And this is why Wii U ports are good. I know a lot of people complain about Wii U ports, but, you know, I'm someone that missed out on Pikmin 3 back when it launched, and now that it's coming to the Switch, I can finally get a chance to try this game out and, you know, see if it's for me, which I do think it will be, because it just looks like a really fun, cute game, and I would really love to try it out. Now, Nintendo tweeted this on Twitter. They said, "Prepare yourselves, brave explorers. Set off for the lush planet PNF 404 when hashtag Pikmin 3 Deluxe lands on October 30th. This version features multiple difficulty modes, new side story missions featuring Olimar and Louie, and all the DLC from the original release." Now, these are pretty new, like, this is pretty interesting new stuff that's coming to this game. You know, this version, I never played Pikmin 3, like I said, so I didn't really know if there was multiple difficulty modes, but I think a lot of Pikmin players are probably pretty excited for that, so they can adjust the difficulty based on their level of play, and I think that's pretty cool. But what is really interesting about this deluxe version is new side story missions featuring Olimar and Louie. Now, even though I've never really played Pikmin 3, I have heard that Olimar and Louie, they don't really have a major presence in this game. Like, you have, like, basically the main plot around Pikmin 3 is that you have to find Olimar and, you know, recruit him. But you never actually get to play as Olimar or Louie in this game. So the fact that you can finally play as them in these new side story missions is pretty cool. And it's basically like a game inside a game. And I've always liked that. I always like when, you know, games have these sort of side story stuff. Like, you know, they aren't part of the main story, but it's still a story nonetheless that you can still, you know, spend time with. I think that's really cool. So I'm pretty excited to try that out because, you know, again, it's more stuff, it's more content, and this basically shows that, you know, this is probably going to be treated like it's a new game. Like, I think this will probably be like a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tier, port, where it's like, there's a lot of new content that you can basically say it's a new game. Like, yeah, it's Pikmin 3, it has the same story, it has the same gameplay, but for the most part, there's a lot of new stuff that will make getting this deluxe version worth it. And, you know, that's pretty cool in my opinion. And as they said, all the DLC from the original release will be in this game. I think that was to be expected. They did that with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they did that with a lot of other Wii U games that had DLC back then, so I think that's pretty cool too. Now, from what I've played from Pikmin 3, the demo, I've heard from other people that the control scheme, like, you know, it's very like motion control heavy. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Switch to make that work for the Switch, but I think they will do something, because they did that with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That was also another game from the Wii U that was very motion control heavy, and they made it work on the Switch. So I'm pretty sure they'll find a solution on the Switch for Pikmin 3 Deluxe as well. So I think that's pretty cool. And Nintendo even showed pictures of, the new side story missions. It's nothing big. It's no video. They just said, embark on a new side story missions featuring hashtag Pikmin experts Olimar and Louie. Give these new missions a try in Pikmin 3 Deluxe and learn a bit about what happened before and after the main story from their perspective. So that's really cool. I remember that Pikmin 3... the Wii U game, there's like these codes that you can get from from the game, and basically you can like load up videos from the Pikmin website, and it'll basically show Olimar and Louie, basically doing stuff, while you're on this adventure. So I think the fact that you can actually play through a full-on story, as a game, from their perspective, I think and I can't wait for that. That sounds really fun. And another thing that Nintendo announced is the Piccolopedia from Pikmin 2 has been newly added to hashtag Pikmin 3 Deluxe. This valuable resource contains information on creatures encountered during your adventures. In addition, you can collect in-game badges by meeting certain conditions. So that's pretty cool. I heard that the Piccolopedia is something that a lot of Pikmin fans really loved from Pikmin 2, and that sounds pretty cool that that's back. It's nothing too major. Really, it's just a database for, all the creatures you fought, and it's nothing too big, but just the fact that it's here, which was something that a lot of Pikmin fans really liked from the second game, is really cool, and I'm glad to see that it's here. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this, and it's not common for me to be excited for ports, but again, I never really played Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. I've only seen people Let's Play it, so I do understand the story. I do understand what you're supposed to do, the whole story around Olimar. I understand that, but I've never actually sat down and played this myself, and I do plan on getting this on, sometime in the future. I don't know if this will be, a launch day pickup, because not every game is something that I'm going to pick up on launch day. Only games that really interest me and I know I'll be interested in, that's going to be a launch day pickup for me. But this one, probably not, but I do plan on picking it up eventually, and I can't wait. Now, I do understand a lot of people wanted Pikmin 4, including myself. I think it would have been really nice to have a new mainline Pikmin on the Switch. I get that. But the fact that Pikmin is on the Switch at all is pretty fun, and I heard a lot of Pikmin fans, especially someone like Arlo, has been talking about handheld Pikmin, and the fact that we're just getting a handheld Pikmin at all, an actual Pikmin game, we're not going to be talking about Hey Pikmin, is pretty cool. The fact that you can take this big game, anywhere you go, is really cool, and that really makes it worth it. Just the fact that you can play it in handheld, and, that's really cool. While I am a bit upset that, Miyamoto did promise Pikmin 4, and instead all we got was a port of Pikmin 3, at the same time, this Pikmin 3 port has, you can hardly count it a port, because there's just so much new content that it's so hard to not be satisfied with this, and I think that's really cool that it's coming to the Switch. So yeah, that's basically my final thoughts on it. While I would have liked to see a new Pikmin game, just the fact that we're getting Pikmin at all on the Switch is pretty mind-blowing, and I can't wait to see, how this game will play even in handheld mode, so I'm pretty excited for that. Anyways, that's basically my thoughts on this. What are your guys' opinions on this? Do you guys think this is exciting? Are you guys going to pick this game up? Or do you guys not even care about Pikmin? Let me know in the comments down below, and I would love to hear it. Anyways, this has been Enigma, and peace. See you next time.